How's it going, everyone? Today I'll be playing this Spider-Ham leadership deck against Ronan the Accuser on heroic difficulty. This is going to be the very last gameplay video for my heroic challenge on the channel. Assuming I haven't made any rules mistakes in my previous videos, I'm recording this pretty far ahead because we've had lots of delays in products, so I've just been playing ahead the matches in my challenge. So if one of you sharp-eyed viewers catches a mistake in one of the matches I believe to be a win, then I will have to record that. But otherwise, I'm planning on this to be my last gameplay video for this challenge, which initiated my YouTube channel a year and a half ago, trying to beat every scenario in the game on heroic difficulty using a different hero. And my plan for Ronan here was to attempt a rush strategy with Star-Lord, which you've seen already, and to attempt a control strategy, because the rush strategy I knew would probably win eventually once you get all the cards in the right order, even if it's only like a 1 in 10 shot. But being able to win a prolonged game against Ronan is a far greater challenge. And so my belief once upon a time was that Spider-Ham is the strongest hero in the game. And in certain contexts, he still might be. I've come down on him a little bit just because his turn 1 isn't very good. And I've just realized more and more how strong the turn 1 is. So a hero like Cable or a Psylocke that have way stronger turn 1s might be a little bit better than Spider-Ham. But I'm still going to give it a shot with Spider-Ham here, since he's the best hero that I've yet to use in this challenge to record a win with. And so we're going with just the classic best strategy in the game: ally, leadership, recursion. So playing all the best allies, 3 make the calls, and the goal is to just play Nick Fury, Professor X, Mockingbird as many times as possible. Because Spider-Ham's a web warrior, Spider-Man gets in there as well. One of the reasons that Spider-Ham is so good, or I guess the reason Spider-Ham's so good, is because every time he takes damage, he gets a tune counter, which can then be spent as a resource. So the way that we're hoping to play against Ronan here is to keep some minions engaged with us, especially if they're only attacking for 1. Then we'll just leave them in play. They'll keep attacking Spider-Ham, and we'll happily trade 1 damage for 1 resource any number of times. It'll be a little tricky if we can to see if we have opportunities to flip down and recover, but we've got a decent amount of confusion in the deck between Professor X and Swinging Web Pig, so maybe we'll be able to do that. And we can also we can always cancel advances with the Milano action. So yeah, I mean, the deck is not anything too fancy, I must admit. One thing to point out is I've got Rocket Raccoon. Rocket is an ally who I like to bring in, especially Spider-Ham doesn't have a ton of great ways to deal with minions, but Rocket is very good at dealing with minions. We can only get him into play through Make the Call or Call for Backup, but not terribly difficult to do. And he competes with Nick and Mockingbird and Professor X on value. He gets, you could argue, even more value than they do, 2 resources above baseline efficiency as opposed to just 1 for the others, except maybe Professor X. We've got 3 strength and diversity. So right, if you've watched me play before, you know that I don't tend to go all out to maximize strength and diversity. But when we are playing a hero who's got cartoon and web warrior traits, and we can play Nick, who's got shield and spy, and we can play Professor X, who's got psionic and X-Men, and Kalu is Avenger and Mystic, we can still play all of the best allies and still have strength and diversity be worth 5 or 6 points of value every time we play it. To clarity of purpose, this is the kind of #1 reason why we would think to play leadership with Spider-Ham, effectively generating 2 resources every round, although we do have to take damage. And I'm playing 2 copies because it's so important for him to see it right away. Team building exercise is very good for Spider-Ham. All of his identity-specific cards are cartoons. Timing and resources don't work for several of them, but actually kind of a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 don't work, but 10 of them work. So I think it's a reasonably good resource generator there. Downtime and endurance. I mean, endurance just makes sense for Spider-Ham, right? 2 resources to get 3 more health, which probably becomes 3 more resources, so kind of free. Downtime gets us extra recover value, so that pays itself back with resources. And then target acquired to try to stop an overkill boost from really ruining our day. Pretty hard to win through one of those. So that's pretty much all we've got going on here. Yeah, hopefully we're generating 2 to 4 resources of extra value a turn with Spider-Ham's hero ability, which makes him one of the strongest heroes in the game with just that raw quantity of resource generation. And then playing him in one of the classically strongest archetypes, so can easily make the case this is one of the strongest decks in the deck we could be playing, which is fitting since I'm trying to beat the hardest scenario in the game on a very hard difficulty. All right. One other thing is with the universal weapon. It's not even the worst thing for Spider-Ham to reshuffle that back in the deck because he takes 2 damage as part of the cost, and that'll give him another 2 encounter. So I'll still do that fairly often if I've got Swinging Web Pigs or Mockingbird or Professor X that I want to play. So usually we don't always try to stun and confuse Ronan because of the universal weapon, but I will try to do it here for now. I'm not 100% sure it's correct, but that's going to be the game plan for now. I have Call for Backup and Superpower Training as well. Superpower Training is just nice to get Organic Webbing and Huge Wooden Hammer. So the Wooden Hammer is actually really important in this matchup. It's a way that allows Spider-Ham to attack Ronan for 3 and take the Power Stone from him, especially if we're on the second scheme where we need to have the Power Stone in order to remove threat from that scheme. Also, I think it's fairly likely that I just clear this to go get another copy of Cartoon Physics, our best card against Ronan's Fanaticism card, where he'll attack us with these like 10 attack, overkill piercing things. So yeah, we'll see if we can go the distance. I think Spider-Ham's got about as good a chance as anyone does. So let's try it out. So let's start things off. We've got the pre-command ship environment, the Milano put into play, universal weapon attached to Ronan, Power Stone attached to us. Then Ronan's, when reveals Cut the Power, and he comes in tough on 18 hit points. So we just really need a banger of a first turn. Looking for Clarity of Purpose, probably the #1 target to see. Gotta have a blocker, if not 2, for the first turn. So like a Call for Backup to go get Nick, into a Clarity of Purpose, into, team building exercise, or we just kind of need everything on turn 1. Make a big difference as to how this game is going to go. All right, opening hand. So, no double resources. The Wooden Hammer is tempting just because its role is important here, being able to take the Power Stone from Ronan later. But I think I need to set up a better start than that. Kalu is just an ally that could block right away, so I might keep him. He certainly doesn't give me the ideal start that a Nick would give, for example. The Daily Beagle's nice, but I don't want to assume that I can go to Alter Ego form a ton to use it. I think we certainly mulligan these 4. I like the team building exercise, I think that's fine. And Kalu, I'll take it. At least while Ronan is stalwart, like some of the Mockingbird and Professor X aren't quite as good yet, even though usually they'd be better than a Kalu here. So let's mulligan 4 like this. All right, not the turn 1 that we needed. But let's see what we can do. Two for Kalu. Get a resource. 1, 2 for team building. If I give myself a tune counter here, then I could also play a Meerkat. The three things I want to play all give me an additional resource. So combined, I have enough resources, but I have to play one of them last, which means I don't have its resource yet. Let's try this. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to scoop this pretty fast if it doesn't go well, because we didn't get clarity purpose. We didn't get a single double resource. So this is far below average for how this first turn should look. But I'm going to flip, take 2 to shuffle the universal weapon back and deal an encounter card. So that gives me a tune counter. Actually, I'm just going to take a pause. Before I do that, let's actually play Kalu and make sure I hit an event. If I don't even hit an event, I probably just scoop. Pay 2 for Kalu. All right. We got a Petulant Pig, which is great. Don't think I can afford to play the Petulant Pig. Because it's just 3 plus 2 boosts. Man, maybe I am supposed to play the pig. I certainly thwart cut the power first to use the Power Stone. Because I net 3 resources at the cost of getting attacked. What is getting attacked worth? He probably draws 3 boost icons, but like he could draw 9, you know. I think I'm not going to do it. So we'll pay 2 for team building exercise. And then team building, Milano, tune counter for Captain Americat. Stick your hand out and give me a high five. Thank you. Place 1 tune counter on Spider-Ham. Spider-Ham will thwart for 3 on cut the power. Meerkat will thwart for 2 on the main scheme. Kalu will attack off the tough. And then the turn. So, right, any other scenario, this would look like a insane start, but of course we're about to get 4 encounter cards here. So 2 threat on the main scheme. Ronan attacks, Kalu blocks, 2 boost cards. So 3 plus 0 plus 1 is 4, no overkill. Kalu's taken out. And then 3 encounter cards for a total of 4. And let's get it going. Kree combat armor, totally fine. All right, good start. There's the universal weapon is back. So what can you do? We basically, at least it wasn't drawn as a boost, so it's actually not that bad. Here's going to be an assault. So this is potentially cancelable. Otherwise, I'd block with Captain Americat. I mean, obviously I'd rather cancel like a Shadow of the Past. The turn is going to be call for backup to get Nick, almost certainly. think I'm going to cancel it. It's certainly the higher upside play. I'm going to cancel it. So exhaust the Milano. And spend... Yeah, oh, I guess, yeah, obviously, yeah, spend rocket. To cancel. Okay, well, I picked wrong. Special delivery, so it's going to be an attack, but definitely just have Captain America block and hope we don't get overkilled. 4 plus 2 plus 3, and gains piercing, but not overkill. Okay. Captain America is taken out. And we live. So, let's get Nick here. I need some cards. Let's go 2 encounter just to keep our flexibility. For clarity of purpose. Clarity of purpose deals 1, which gets me a 2 encounter. Resource from clarity of purpose. To play call for backup. Thwart call for backup for 3. Get Nick. I want to draw something that I can spend this team building exercise on. I guess Swinging Web Pig does fit that. Well, I'm kind of all in here with Nick. I could get... Peter Parker. Do the universal weapon again. I have the resources to Web Pig, which would confuse Ronan, assuming I get rid of the weapon, and I could flip down. I should have thought about this a little more. And it's definitely not too late because I haven't drawn my cards yet. Peter doesn't block well right away, but I guess the whole point of that plan is that it involves me flipping down to alter ego form. Okay, I kind of like this. I am going to get Peter Parker off the call for backup clear. Peter thwarts for 2 on the main scheme. Ready, Spider-Ham. Take 2 damage, getting a 2 encounter. Deal an encounter card, shuffle universal weapon. You know, this doesn't... Nick would like give me the option to set up more, but this lets me recover, get an extra 2 resources from being in alter ego form for the hand size, and getting the 2 encounter when I recover. So we go team building exercise, plus, or up to 2, up to 3 with the 2 encounter. For Swinging Web Pig, the combat armor reduces damage he takes from attacks by 1. So this will deal 5 damage. Down to 13. And confuse. Flip down. Basic recover for 5. Plus get a 2 encounter. And then the turn. one more turn as well where we know we won't take the Power Stone. I guess I forgot about Single-Minded Fury. We can still get attacked off a Single-Minded Fury. Yeah, I don't know how right this is, because we also miss the Quick Strike value. Whatever. We have to recover eventually. This was a decent turn to do it. And actually, if I do get attacked with Single-Minded Fury, I don't hate that, because then I get to recover again, get another Toon counter that way. 2-threat on the main scheme, step 1. Ronan confused. 3 encounter cards for a total of 4. Ugh. Well, there is a second Clarity of Purpose in the deck. I could discard the Clarity of Purpose. But like, that's worth 2 resources every turn. Team building is worth 1 resource every turn. Probably just discard the team building. Don't think it's worth the Milano cancel. Yeah, I think it's team building exercise. Gang up surges. Superior tactics. 2-threat side scheme. Attach the Power Stone to Ronan. Not bad overall. Exhaustion is going to surge into an advance. So it's going to be 3 plus a boost. I think I cancel this. Don't think we're web pigging this turn. Milano, pay 1, cancel the advance. I think that's both advances gone. So very interesting implications there. And last one, Cree Private. Okay, that was really not that bad. Can't ask for much more than that. Make the call targets Rocket, Kalu, Captain Americat. Wish I had more setup cards to show for myself. Hogwashed deals, oh actually no, sorry. I definitely don't want to deal with the Cree Private. We're just going to try to farm those attacks into Toon counters for as long as we can. I've got a pretty open turn to play setup cards, but not that many setup cards in hand. But playing allies is good as well. Let's flip to hero form. Don't think I have anything I need to be in alter ego form for. Let's play, well, I gotta pick what 2 allies I want in play. Professor X is, you know, obviously always good, but Confuse could go to waste if we draw that universal weapon, and the advances are gone. So actually Professor X doesn't look as good. Kalu would be very happy to block. And possibly draw me something a little more interesting to do. Okay, I think Maria is the no-brainer. Because I might draw a setup card, which would be like the best thing I could do this turn. I'm going to Clarity of Purpose, deal 1, get a 2 encounter, and spend a second 2 encounter for Maria Draw a card, hoping for like the organic webbing. Darn. Well, if I knew my top card was Clarity of Purpose, I would have discarded this Clarity of Purpose to the cutoff card. So, oh, Captain Americat. I forgot to shuffle a Spider-Ham card from my discard pile back into my deck. Crap. Okay, well, I think that's worse for me that I missed it, so hopefully that doesn't invalidate this game for you guys if this does happen to be a win. But that's something to consider if I want to make the call Captain Americat. Yeah, we literally just, there's not another scheme activation left in Ronan's deck. Obviously, all the fanaticisms are left. I kind of like Rocket. Also thinking about discarding the armor here. No, that can't be right. That can't be right. I'm not in a rush to do damage. Strength and Diversity doesn't even care about this. It does make it very hard to, it does make it harder to remove the stone from him if we get to the second scheme. I could make the call for Americat. 1, 2, 3 to discard it. Or I just spend 1 tune counter for downtime, which is also probably a fine card to get out. Okay, so the question is Americat or Rocket, or think a second longer about Kalu, which might be able to draw a relevant event. Can't think of what event I'd really want right now. The only minion I'd want to kill very quickly is the patrol one, the 6 health patrol one. But even the guard one, like... Okay, I'm gonna make the call Rocket. Spend 1 tune counter for downtime. Maria thwarts Superior Tactics for 2. Ideal would be to save Peter Parker, but the odds that I get attacked an additional time by Ronan is very high. One assault left. Every you stand accused. I think I just need to activate Peter to not waste that value on a block. So Peter will attack Ronan for 2, which will just become 1. Ready ourselves, thwart the main scheme for 2. And end the turn. And we finally get our cartoon physics. 2 threat on the main scheme. Not that I've needed it yet, since we haven't seen the fanaticism yet. Ronan's going to attack. Maria is going to do our first block. If I can end up rapid responsing Spider-Man, that would be pretty sweet. Maria's going to block. Attack comes in 4, plus a boost of 2, and a fanaticism gone. And just checking it. He's already got the Power Stone, so only 1 boost there. Kree Private attacks for 1. Thank you very much. I'll get a 2 encounter. Only 3 encounter cards this time. Start with Cannonade, which is totally fine. Kree Private, nice. We're going to Quick Strike for 1, go to 9. Go up to a third 2 encounter. And Assault. So I know this is the last one, so I probably just cancel it. At least, well, 2 of the overkill effects are out of the deck with these Kree Privates engaged with us. Just now realizing how my turn actually isn't going to look that good. Because I don't have an ally to play. So yeah, I think I cancel this. Spending the Clarity of Purpose as my resource. Deal me a damage and get a 2 encounter. And my Strength and Diversity is only for 3 right now. Because if I ever do go to Alter Ego, I mean, it's annoying that these minions will scheme a little bit, but it's not a concern right now since I don't have Ronan confused. Pay a double for rapid response. And I think I'd rather just save these 2 encounters than spend them on a weak Strength and Diversity. So we'll pay 1 for a Cartoon Physics number 1, pay a 2 encounter for Cartoon Physics number 2, activations. I don't care a ton about the Cannonade right now. So I could Rapid Response Peter right now, or I could save that for a higher tempo opportunity. I'm mildly inclined to have Rocket attack one of these Kree Privates, just to prime it if I do eventually need to kill it, but really I think I should be able to get by with them out forever. Now the scheming is mildly annoying though. But, I mean, I'm going to draw the other minions. Rocket is going to be much better served against them. The Spider-Ham will just thwart the main scheme. I think that's all I'm going to do. And end the turn. It's just one of those matchups where we need every value advantage we can think of. Can't be so wasteful in value just to get little bits of tempo. All right, nice turn upcoming here though. 2 threat on the main scheme. Ronan attacks. I've got 6 cards in deck. One consideration is I would like to use these Cartoon Physics before I run out of cards in my deck. I think I'm actually gonna cartoon physics this. So Ronan comes on in for 5 plus 1 plus 3, or actually 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. I'm wiggling my body off camera. I will take 1 damage and get a toon counter. These guys attack for 2, down to 5, 2 more toon counters up to 6. 3 encounter cards. Really going to be selective on the Milano cancel here because Shadow of the Past ends my day. Single-minded Fury. So that's going to be, I'm going to let that happen because I got to cancel Shadow of the Past if we get it. Oh wait, no, sorry, this surges because he only attacks if we have the Power Stone. If no attack was made, this card gains surge. So I'll just surge into a Kree Commando. Under fire number 1, Single-minded Fury surges. Kree Commando, under fire number 2, Kree Private. All overkill effects gone. So we take a damage, get a toon counter. And last one, Universal Weapon. Well, all of a sudden I've got a ton of minions to deal with. That's what Rocket's for. And do I have that last Strength and Diversity in deck? No, I think that was my last one. Alright, we'll see how many of these I can clear. Might be our mandatory eventual flip down turn. In which case, Nick doesn't look very good. I have infinite resources. I mean, look at this. Do I still have the hammer in my deck? Hammer could help me take out some of these minions. No, I don't. I do have the superpower training still in the deck. And the organic webbing. Ooh, it's gonna be nice. I think I'm gonna get a Petulant Pig here as well. All right, so we'll pay. Is Nick better than, yeah, because I need to draw things to do. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Nick. Draw 3 cards. Okay, nice. Because this Petulant Pig is going to let me get Cartoon Physics back in the deck for another attack. So I think this is going to be worth it. What's left in the deck here? There's 1 Spider Ham card, maybe 1 Swinging Web Pig. No. Oh gosh, there's a Ham It Up still in there. Ham It Up can clear Cannonade. Ham It Up, Superpower Training. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely doing this Petulant Pig. Do I want to get anything from hand into the discard before that? I think I'd like to get I don't think so back in the reshuffle. Let's pay I don't think so plus a tune counter for organic webbing. Actually, that's a lie. That's a lie. Okay, I won't spend the tune counter yet. I'm just going to spend I don't think so for endurance. To go up 3 hit points up to 6. Then we'll Petulant Pig. I'm sticking my tongue out at the villain off camera. The villain attacks you. So the attack is going to happen before the draw. Okay, just making sure it actually works the way I want it to. So Ronan is going to attack for an ungodly amount of damage. And we drew the Fanaticism as a boost. I'm going to wiggle my body off camera. Take 1 damage. Get a tune counter. Draw 3 cards. Get an encounter card. Yeah, that's exactly why I should have done the counting. I didn't. If I had a double left, I want to be able to spend that on organic webbing. And Petulant Pig does not make it into the reshuffle. Still don't have. Well, I guess I'm going to start using my tune counters to do the webbing and hammer abilities. And then let's reassess here. Am I going to flip down and let the main scheme pop here to get that recover? Because I don't have to worry about overkill stuff for a while, but I do have to worry about just straight up dying. I think this is my best chance to recover, in which case I won't even bother to thwart the main scheme, because Ronan is going to pop it by himself. We're going to add 3 more threats. I think I can kill both commandos. All right, pay 2 for organic webbing. I don't think I'm playing Mockingbird. Or no, he has the well, I would have to reshuffle in the universal weapon. Good chance he gets it right back before attacking. So pay Mockingbird for superpower training. And now how do I want to clear this? Do I just want to basic thwart it? Or ham it up and save ham it up for this? So I want to attack twice to kill the Kree Commando efficiently. Milano can remove 3 threat from here. Okay, I'm going to ham it up superpower training. To clear it, go get the hammer. Spend a 2 encounter to play this target acquired. So now Spider Ham, let's organize these here. Spider Ham attacks a Kree Commando. Oh wait, no, because this gives me +1 attack as well. Well, all right, Rocket 100% attacks a Kree Commando for 4. Yep, okay, I like this. Nick attacks it to finish it off. Ooh, what about taking the Power Stone from Ronan? I don't know why I forgot that this gives me a natural +1 attack. So now I'm attacking for 4. So even through that combat armor, he takes 3. When we advance, that is going to attach the stone to him. If it's already attached, he gets a boost card, but we are out of scheme activate. Oh no, oh, what am I even talking about? You stand accused is a scheme. And there's still 2 of those. Ugh. Okay, maybe I did not. Well, in that case, I definitely want to take the Power Stone from him. Assuming this is my last flip down turn. But let's just think a little more. I'm going to take 3 damage here, down to 2. Can I survive on 2? We know we can't get overkilled. The one that surges and gives him a tough status. How many of that have I seen? I've seen none of that. I think there's only 2 of those though, so at most, one of them can deal me a damage. All right, we got to do encounter deck math here. We still have both of the guard minions. No, sorry, we only have 1 Kree Lieutenant left. I still have, well, we still have Shadow of the Past. We still have my obligation. Let's count standard cards and ship command cards. 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 4-2, 5-2, 6-2, 7-2, 8-2. I've only seen 2 ship command cards. Well, this is a ship command card. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's the other standard card I'm missing besides? Shadow the Past. Advance, assault, gang up, exhaustion, advance, assault. Oh, master plan. Yeah, actually, that makes me inclined to leave Cannonade out because master plan really isn't that bad. So we've got master plan, obligation, shadow the past, Kree lieutenant, 2 cards that do the surge and tough / damage. So that's 6. Oh, rogue vessel would deal me a damage. I don't love my odds. Oh, and the 2 you stand accused, which I can cancel. But if I get both of them, I might lose. I can basically take the Power Stone from Ronan at will now. I'm like, if I flip down, I lose to drawing both you stand accused as encounter cards. If I stay here and leave all 3 of these minions alive, I lose to 2 of the 3 rogue vessel and the tough status / damage one. Or no, but I need to draw both of those, but they all have surge as well. So I'm like, and I'm getting 4 encounter cards. So I think I kill one of these Kree privates maybe. And I desperately look forward to being able to confuse Ronan again and flip down and recover. But I think I can survive this. I think I can survive if I killed another Kree private. So let's attack Kree Commando. Oh, I can only attack for 4 once. But I can rapid response Spider-Man. I think we'll be good. Attack Kree Commando. Or would I rather steal the... No, I'm staying in this form. I don't need to steal the Power Stone. Attack Kree Commando. Power it up with the hammer for 4. Spider-Man attacks, finishes off the Kree Commando. Response to ready, consequential damage, rapid response. Attack Kree Private for 2. Spider-Man attacks for 2. Ready myself. Attack for 2. 6 damage total on the Kree Private. Let's exhaust the Milano to remove 3 threat from Cannonade. Don't really need to use the organic webbing here for anything. So let's leave it at that. Hey, there's a swinging web pig. Excellent. Two threat on the main scheme up to 4. Ronan attacks. Nick blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I would have liked to draw that as an encounter card. Oh well. 2 Kree Privates attack for 2, up to 8 2 encounters. 3 encounter cards for a total of 4. Rogue Vessel, Surges. I really want a hot dog. Yep, and this is easy. We just get stunned. Otherwise, we have to flip an exhaust, but then I don't get to recover. So I will be stunned. If you are already stunned, it gains Surge, but yeah, we're just stunned. Kree Physiology, so give Ronan a tough. And then Surge. Hull Breach. Okay, here's one where I would often like to just deal 3 damage to the first player. Can't exhaust the Milano yet because Shadow of the Past still wrecks us. So we'll spend a double mental resource. I'll just spend 2 encounters. Kree Lieutenant. Kree Physiology, take a damage. 2 encounter. Surge into Shadow of the Past, which we will cancel. Exhaust the Milano, spend Clarity of Purpose to cancel. Rogue Vessel, when the villain phase ends, deal 1 damage to each player, get a 2 encounter. All right, well, I think I need to recover this turn. I actually don't get to Clarity of Purpose for a resource, but what can you do? All right, I think just start with the Kalu here, buff this Strength and Diversity a little more. Pay 2 for Kalu. Look at the top 5. Okay, some interesting options. Hogwashed. I don't think I ever played 2 Swinging Web Pigs, but I could see myself playing 2 Strength and Diversities. Hogwashed kills the Kree Lieutenant well, what's Strength and Diversity right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's actually literally the same as a Hogwashed. I think I'd rather keep Strength and Diversity in the deck. Or yeah, I'll take the Hogwashed and keep Strength and Diversity in the deck. And I should be able to figure out what these last 3 cards are. We still need to see Master Plan. 4 cards. There's still Master Plan, 1 more You Stand Accused. Oh no, 2 more I didn't draw a single. I didn't draw a You Stand Accused there. Dude. So now I can't. So if I draw both You Stand Accused, I lose to Threat. Well, or I lose to damage, so I can't really do anything about it. I can do as much as I can to stop that from losing me the game, though. I am stunned, but it barely matters. I think I'd rather Ronan have the Power Stone than an additional boost card, so I should try to take it from him with Spider-Ham, which is easy enough. Or yeah, Swinging Web Pig will do that. So Rocket will go attack for 4 on the Kree Lieutenant. Let's attack to remove stun. I might take back my order here. I should just play Hogwashed. I mean, it lets me keep playing stuff. Take back Rocket's attack. I'm going to first yeah, because I want to spend this entire Hogwashed on the Kree Lieutenant. So I'm going to spend 1 for the resource and remove a tune counter. Pow, bam, whack, smack, boink. To deal 5 damage to a minion. 5 damage to the Kree Lieutenant. Two tune counters. Down to 4 for strength and diversity. With 5 traits. Oh, sorry. If I do organic webbing, I get aerial as well. Sure, I'll not wooden hammer. Organic webbing, remove a tune counter to ready. Now I gain the aerial trait until the end of the phase. I removed the 2 tune counters there already for strength and diversity. So now we've got 6. Guardian, Avenger, Mystic, Cartoon, Web Warrior, Aerial. So 1 will one will clear Cannonade because got to get the Amplify out of there, even though I like that it soaks up an entire master plan. 5 left. One, do the tough status for sure. It would be really nice to leave both of these Kree privates out for the next reshuffle, because then that takes away some overkill opportunities. But they do represent additional threat on the main scheme that could lose me the game immediately. Got my target acquired out. 2 Cartoon Physics is in the deck. I really like how things are going. I just need to not lose right now. Oh, Swinging Web Pig isn't even good here, because all right, in my head I was assuming I would take 2 damage to remove the universal weapon, but I don't have enough hit points to do that. Well, I was already assuming that Ronan's scheme would pop the main scheme. 1, you stand accused, I can cancel. The other one is the one that's troublesome. Because that's going to be a base of 5 plus the boost. And we start 9 away from advancing. If we get 2 more on there, then we're 7 away from advancing. 5 plus a boost, I mean, that can very easily end the game. I think I just need to kill these Kree privates. Okay, and I'm not going to... I could also get the main scheme down. I mean, the main scheme's going to go up to 2. Ronan's initial scheme will be for 3 plus a boost. If that hits a boost of 0 or 1, it won't advance right away. That gives me some extra margin to potentially work with. But if that doesn't happen, didn't really do anything. So here's what I'm going to do. 2 more to this Cree Lieutenant. 1 more to the Cree Private, to this Cree Private, who Rocket is going to finish off. Has Rocket really only attacked once? Yeah. And then I've only got 1 more to throw around. Guess I'm probably not killing both of these. I mean, I could swinging web pig the other one, but no, I need to steal the Power Stone. 1 more point for strength and diversity. It's kind of coming down to whether I want to use Spider-Man or not. I'm going to do 1 damage to this Cree Private. Final 3 toon counters. Swinging Web Pig Ronan. 5 damage. This kind of feels like a waste, but it gives me the Power Stone. Ooh, excuse me. So I do, well, I attack for 3. Kalu could attack for 4. We could finish off a private. Well, Rocket obviously finishes off a private. Really happy with Rocket's inclusion in this deck so far. So these 2 could attack to kill this Cree Private. I would activate with Spider-Man so that I can recover after I flip down. That gets all 3 boost potentials for overkill back in the deck. But takes 1 thwart away. 1 threat away. Okay, I think I leave Spider-Man just to help me remove all that threat from the next scheme. Okay, but now we flip down. Recover for 7. Get a 2 encounter. Save Kalu, doesn't really do anything right now. And end the turn. Cross our fingers. If we survive this, it's probably pretty hard to lose afterward. I shouldn't say that. Because we know how fanaticism can go sometimes. 2 threat on the main scheme up to 6. Ronan schemes. We have the Power Stone, so he gets 2 boost icons. Well, I guess we get the whole deck back. So each of these gives him an additional boost. So there's our master plan. I forget the last one, pincer maneuver. Okay. So whole lot of threat on the main scheme there. And order-wise, these get dealt. This gets revealed. We give a boost. Then we reveal this one, give a boost, then we reshuffle. So I don't think any of these go in the reshuffle. But that will advance the main scheme. We attach the Power Stone back to Ronan. Well, certainly the fraction of scheme activations in the deck just went down. So at least for the sake of surviving this turn, our odds got better, I think. Private schemes for 1. Here we go, 3 encounter cards. I really want a hot dog. Yeah, I will happily be stunned once again. Excellent. Excellent obligation. Kree Lieutenant is going to be fine. And then a Kree Private is back already. Okay, wow. Very, very nice. All right. I am at a little over an hour of recording, so I need to get this data off my phone. And I'll be back for part 2 and shuffle these decks when I get back. Back at it here from my cut, so I always shuffle so that you don't mistrust me stacking the deck or anything like that. I think we're in the home stretch here. So now that we're on scheme 2, we will just lose to an advance. So I need to hold up my cancels for advance. If we ever get 2 advances, it's kind of nothing we can do about that, but that's, you know, pretty unlikely to happen. My goal is to win before I have to flip down again. I don't know if I can survive another flip down unless I see every advance and you stand accused in like the first several cards of this deck, and then I know that there's like none left or only 1 left. The other thing that's going to be tricky to think about is if I want to confuse Ronan. So I'd have to take the universal weapon away. Given that I'm going to be in hero form basically every turn, he's not guaranteed to pop that confusion. So I could just unnecessarily be giving myself an extra encounter card, which can be bad for its own reasons. But I think what I want to do, for Make the Call, I've got Nick Fury and Mockingbird as options in here. I currently don't have any Cartoon Physics out, so I would really like to draw one of those. Because if we do get fanaticismed here, that would be a way to lose. So I think before I get too far with things, I think I want to do that. I don't think I'm going to play the Daily Beagle here. I am in alter ego form, which would let me use it right away, but I don't think it'll pay itself back. I don't think I hope to not have to go to alter ego form again. We will definitely recover for, oh, and I forgot to do this damage when the last villain phase ended, but then I'll recover for 7, up to 14, get a 2 encounter. Let's activate Rocket, attack this Kree Lieutenant for 4. Takes himself out. I guess I could make the call I could make the call Rocket again, but no, I really want to see my cartoon physics. Flip to hero form. Make the call Nick here. Paying. Clarity of purpose for 1. Milano for 2. Daily Beagle for 3. Professor X for 4. Get Nick. Draw 3. Yes. Yes. Well, I don't know if I necessarily needed both of them right away, but glad to have at least one. Trying to think if it's ever worth removing the Kree combat armor so that my minions, well, not my minions, my allies can attack better. Well, everyone can attack better. I'm gonna go Spider-Man attacks this Kree Lieutenant. After activating, we ready Spider-Ham. Attack to remove my stun. I want to Swinging Web Pig attack before it has Retaliate. Okay, yeah. Kalu attacks the Kree Lieutenant for 1, which takes it out. Definitely don't hate just playing Maria. I am actually a little short of resources from what I would like. Because I would like to push damage here as well. How important is it to take the stone from him this turn? I have a cancel for an advance anyways. This will go up to 5. So I don't need to remove threat from here desperately this turn. The deck still has 1 swinging web pig and 2 make the call, so I can always like get Spider-Man back and ready myself. I should always be able to take the stone from Ronan. All right, I'm going to play Maria. But if I'm not taking the stone, the thwart doesn't do anything. I guess we'll... Okay, I'm going to play Maria. 1-2 for Maria. Draw. I could play team building exercise instead of strength and diversity. But I think I want to keep working towards ending the game. Strength and diversity activates for 6. How many of those are left in the deck? I have 1 swinging web pig left. 1 strength and diversity left. There's a world where I could shoot for the win next turn. I think I go for strength and diversity at this point in the game. So team building exercise plus a tune counter for strength and diversity. Cartoon, Web Warrior, Avenger, Mystic, Shield, Spy for 6. And I think that's all going to go on Ronan. So we're going to get superior tactics, which is the one that will take the stone or come in with 3 threat. Okay, wait, I think I just have Nick attack first, actually. Well, how does this work? Okay, but just before I do that, I'm gonna have Nick. It doesn't really matter. Well, if I don't have Nick attack, I don't advance right now. Actually might not be that bad to not advance. No, we're attacking. I think we just want to keep doing stuff. Nick attacks, it'll only do 1 damage. Then I do the strength and diversity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 damage. Defeat this stage. Bring out stage 3. Toughness, retaliate 1, 25 hit points. When revealed, get superior tactics. So that'll come in with 3 threat because the Power Stone is already attached. Maria will just thwart it for 2. Get it started, just in case I do need to take that stone back from him. And two encounters for 2 cartoon physics. And the turn. This could be a lot of damage I could do. Let's see if we can get it. 3 threat on the main scheme, step 1. Ronan attacks, Nick blocks. Ronan has the Power Stone, so 1 boost card. As a boost ability, attach the Power Stone to Ronan. So Nick's taken out. Kree Privates attack for 2. 2 encounters. 3 encounter cards. Just a regular assault, I'm going to let happen. I really just, I want to just save these for fanaticism attacks. So I'll block with, it would be nice to leave, Kalu's just got an extra trait, so let's block with Maria. 1 boost card, another single-minded Fury. Power Siphon. So I'm not going to exhaust the Milano, so either spend double energy or discard a card at random. Discarding a card at random doesn't actually sound that bad. We know we're not going to get advanced out right now because there's only 1 card left. I guess it could be Under Fire. Because I'd like to do Nick for Strength and Diversity. We know that's left in the deck. That'll do like 7 damage. Maybe 6 after the tough. Swinging Web Pig does 5. Petulant Pig for some extra action. Like we could possibly be winning this turn. It's gonna be tough though. What are the things I wouldn't mind discarding? I wouldn't mind discarding Petulant Pig, Swinging Web Pig, or Captain America. I'm leaning towards the double energy. Just the least amount of, raises my floor possibly. I don't even think it's that bad, no matter what I would discard. I think Make the Call would be the worst, because I would like to make the call probably Nick. Or even Peter Parker. I kind of like Petulant Pig either way. So I'm going to get draw no matter what. I'm going to discard a card at random. Keep my resources. 1 through 5 left to right, reroll on a 6. 3 is the Swinging Web Pig. Okay, I'm okay with that. And it's probably one of the energies I might have spent anyways. Kree Commando. Okay. Well, made it to another turn. So Kree Commando has Patrol, but not Guard. Oh, end of the villain phase, take a damage, get a 2 encounter. Alright, I think I just start things off with a Petulant Pig, pop a Cartoon Physics, and that will keep me rolling, possibly for the win. Petulant Pig, Ronan attacks. Could argue Kalu can block, but this also gets a Cartoon Physics back in the reshuffle. We didn't draw Fanaticism. Kalu is just worth a lot for the strength and diversity, so I'm going to play into Cartoon Physics. Ronan attacks. How many? Getting so lucky there. Pop the Cartoon Physics. Take a 1. Get a 2 encounter. Draw 3 cards. Ooh, I could just keep I don't think so in hand this turn as well. Dealt an encounter card. Oh. No, I can't make the call. I messed that up. Oh, geez, that's bad. Way too much information to go back, though. Still got plenty to do. I mean, Captain Americat's going to be fine. Whoops. But with I don't think so in hand, there's a lot less I can lose to. All right, double plus Clarity of Purpose, getting me a 2 encounter. For Americat, give me a high 5 again. Thank you. 2 encounter. Shuffle. I don't think it's optional. I did just straight up forget the first time, so apologies if that invalidates the game in your eyes, but it's not mandatory. I don't love this Petulant Pig back in the deck, but I don't think I can skip it. Well, I can skip the entire response, but I obviously want the 2 encounter, so that's worth maybe slightly diluting the deck with that Petulant Pig back in there. And my strength and diversity isn't even that good without getting Nick back in play. Do I ever activate Kalu to make the call him? No, I think I just save resources for next turn. Okay, I think I discard the combat armor though. Mental. discard the combat armor. I think that's gonna represent a decent amount of damage. Some small awkwardness here. I want to activate. Well, I either activate for 2 now to attack Ronan, which wastes 1 point into the tough, but then it lets me get aerial by the time I'm ready again for strength and diversity to do 1 more. So I think those are perfectly equal. So I'll attack Ronan, knock off the tough, take a retaliate, get a tune counter, spend that tune counter, exhaust organic webbing to ready. I'm going to take 5 damage. Maybe I do need to kill a Kree commando. That's 5 damage coming in. Want to be able to cartoon physics once. And ideally still clarity purpose the next turn. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna rewind that. Okay, so before I organic webbing, I had 7 counters and I was exhausted. Before I attacked, Ronan had a tough, and I had 1 more health and 1 fewer tune counter. So I'm going to attack the Kree Commando, buff it with huge wooden hammer for 4. Americat attacks it for 2, taking out the Kree Commando. Two tune counters for strength and diversity. Or no, sorry, the whole. I was going to, yeah, I think I should do this. Organic webbing, spend a tune counter to ready. Did I already tick down my tune counter for strength and diversity? I was at 6. I attacked, went down to 5 using the hammer. Readied, I should be at 4. I think I ticked it down 2 already, right? Because I know I gave myself the extra die when I went up to 7 after getting retaliated. I should have been at 6. 1 for the hammer, 1 to ready for the webbing. So then I spend 2 more down to 2 for strength and diversity. I think this is right. So Cartoon, Web Warrior, Avenger, Mystic, Aerial. So 1 to the tough for remaining damage because they're all separate instances. And I like to hope I can do lethal next turn. Spider-Ham attacks for 2 more. Yeah, I'm not taking the Power Stone, but that's fine. Take a retaliate. Get a tune counter up to 3. End the turn. So I don't think so. It's reveal a card from the encounter deck, so it can be any type of card, and we cancel all of its effects. So that can be for under fire or a fanaticism, stopping the surge. No damage at all. Crap. Getting severely punished for not making the call Nick. We'll see if it loses me the game. 3 threat on the main scheme. Might have to might do a big ham it up on the main scheme this turn. Ronan attacks. Kalu blocks. Six plus a boost of. Are you kidding me right now? I think I need to cancel this. Choose to either exhaust the Milano or place 2 threat on the main scheme. Yeah, I absolutely need to cancel this with target acquired. Takes away my ability to cancel an overkill attack, but we do still have a cartoon physics. Kree Privates attack for 2. Up to 5 tune counters. 3 encounter cards for 4. Kree Commando is something I have to kill through in order to thwart the main scheme, but I do have a rocket. Assuming I can spend rocket somehow so that I can make the call. I think I'm good with that. Special delivery. So this is going to be an attack unless I exhaust the Milano, which I just can't do because I gotta save that for an advance. I could just cartoon physics this one, because if I draw fanaticism, I've got I don't think so. If I draw another attack, I can exhaust the Milano. So I think I'll plan to cartoon physics this one. Ronan attacks for infinity damage, and we lose the fanaticism. Okay. Cartoon physics, take a damage. Tune counter. Still got both cancels left. Under fire, we'll hit. I don't think so. So let's spend rocket. I don't think so, and remove an additional tune counter. I say I don't think so in my best Spider-Ham voice. There it is, that's my best Spider-Ham voice. Cancel that. Kree Private, quick strikes, tune counter. One damage, tune counter. Oh boy, how did we let this happen? Well, I know how I let it happen. No confusion. So close, so close. I need to take no extra damage. I need to take no extra damage from these guys. Which is, I mean, I can defend one, I can stun one. Ally block 1 or 2. If I had it, no. Three tune counters. Make the call, rocket. Did Kalu block? Why are you exhausted? Yeah, Kalu blocked, right? Is making the call for Kalu ever give me a useful event? No. Trying to keep these. Can I keep these tune counters for a bigger ham it up? Yeah, let's hold on a second. Okay. If Captain America thwarts this, I can't kill this. Spider-Ham thwarts superior tactics. Organic webbing to ready. Attack Ronan. Buff it with the hammer. Deal 4. Take a retaliate. Get a tune counter. Get the stone. Ham it up. 6th threat off the main scheme. Milano +2 to discard the rogue vessel. Yeah, make the call, paying 3 for rocket. I kill this, block, block, defend, die. Yeah. Well, I think I had it, but I forgot to make the call Nick while he was still in my discard pile. Didn't even get off to the best start. Got pretty lucky with the fanaticisms, obviously. But I think this was still a great game, and I think it's possible here. There's also, well, I mean, if I play Nick, I probably just win this turn. I get enough draw, and I get the extra traits on strength and diversity that I probably just win this turn. So it really pains me to put this video out, but I think I need to be honest here, and show at least, you know, who knows, maybe this is the best game I get, because other games I just get fanaticismed and underfired and everything. So I think this was still a really good, interesting game. So let me know what things you might have done differently. I'll probably try again and maybe put it in this same video. Obviously, you know by now if I did that or not, but I will definitely attempt this matchup again. So hope you'll join me for that one. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Hey everyone, just a little addendum here. I did attempt this matchup a few more times, but was unsuccessful in those remaining matches. And those are longer matches, so rather than put them all into this one video, I just wanted to show you my best attempt, which was actually the first attempt I made, but I was never able to get even that close in my remaining games, and especially because I already won the matchup with my Star-Lord deck in a previous video. I had a little bit less energy to try and stick this one out until I got the win eventually. So maybe it could happen, but I wasn't able to get there. One thing I might try in the future is actually a protection deck. So if you search on Marvel CDB for decks that claim to have beaten Ronan on heroic difficulty, there is a Spider-Ham protection deck. I actually tried a Spider-Ham protection deck before this video with Ready for a Fight, Spider Tingle, Rogue. These cards are all really strong with Spider-Ham, and there were some ideas in this deck that I found on Marvel CDB that actually I really like. So I'm motivated to try this again in the future. Probably not right now, just because I'm ready to be wrapped up with this challenge that I've spent a long time on now. But I'm very curious to see if a Spider-Ham protection deck could take this one down. So of course, if you saw my announcement, I've got one more heroic Ronan gameplay video planned for you with a surprise hero later in the week. So I hope you'll rejoin me for that one, which I think is another really awesome game. Thanks for watching. See you next time.